show. Today we're gonna make spring rolls. If you never had spring rolls, that's too bad. Hopefully if you watch this video, you're inspired to make some yourself. I've already cut up our veggies for the spring rolls. Next I'm gonna get the noodles started. We're gonna use rice noodles. And then I'm gonna make spicy peanut sauce because that's what I got ingredients for. So let's get to it. Alright, so for the spicy peanut garlic ginger sauce, we're going to use fresh garlic because fresh garlic is the best ingredient you can possibly use. We've also got honey, peanut butter, ginger powder. We got the juice of a lime we're going to use. A little bit of hoisin sauce. It's actually not necessary. I just like to add it because I think it's tasty. Liquid aminos. I don't have any soy sauce. That's what I have. If you watch my show, you'll realize a lot of times I just use what I have in my house or wherever I happen to be calling home because I dog sit a lot. Or if I'm at my girlfriend's house. And yeah, and then we use some water to thin the sauce because we don't want it to be super thick. This is the first video of mine you've ever seen. Garlic goes in just about everything that I make, so you'll notice my technique of pressing the garlic. When you press it, it loosens up that skin. Also, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, you'll see I have a bag of butts. I'm going to use that to make fresh stock so I can make soup or bone broth in the future, getting all the nutrients out of that which I am making, because we know that eating healthy isn't always, healthier foods I guess aren't always cheaper, but there's a lot of stuff that you can get out of it beyond just what you prepare for you and your family at home. I started making spring rolls in 2015. I went on a trip to Southeast Asia, and you know, in Vietnam especially, but in Thailand as well, there's a lot of spring rolls. And you know, spring rolls are great. What's that? What's that, Fred? Spring rolls are great, but half the fun of the spring rolls is the sauce that you make with them. I don't have the ingredients. A lot of times I make like a homemade sweet and sour sauce with rice vinegar. I might have the ingredients, but today I don't feel like making that. So maybe that'll be a future episode. So right now the garlic is just about cleaned. Almost there. It's really simple from there forward too. There we go. Those little bottom parts out. And then we're just gonna chop the garlic. For making a sauce like this, you want to mince the garlic really, really small. You know, for me, I'm just cooking tonight for my girlfriend and I. It's not a huge deal if we get a big chunk, but if you're making this for like a party, last thing you want when you think you're biting into like a nice peanut sauce is just a huge chunk of garlic. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but it's not every. Yeah, a lot of us would like it. General consensus though, try and just cut up the garlic as finely as you can. For those of you who don't really use hoisin sauce, I get vegetarian hoisin sauce. I don't really know that much of the difference. I think traditional hoisin sauce has something in it. Don't mind the friendly dogs in the back. They're pretty awesome. This is actually standardly how I would cut garlic to mince it. I go through each clove separately first and just get a good initial mince. And then I'm going to go back through this whole pile a couple times. I eat so much garlic. Fred, down.
Get down. Fred, come here. Good boy.
Good boy. We got our special guests today, Freddie and Josie. They're big fans of carrots. Big fans of carrots. If you have a carrot, you'll be their friend. They'll be your friend. But back to hoisin sauce. That's right. That's what we were talking about. Hoisin sauce is just really, I don't know. It's a sauce. It has sugar in it. It's kind of sweet, kind of tangy at the same time. Sugar, water, soybeans, salt, and then some fun stuff. Modified cornstarch, wheat flour, caramel color, sesame oil, acetic acid, spices, sodium benzoate as a preservative. So yeah, sugar is the #1 ingredient. Like I said, it's sweet, but it has a little bit of it just has its own little kind of flavor. I think it's really great in the peanut sauce. Hoisin sauce is also really good in stir fries. A lot of times I'll mix it with like tamarind paste, if you're familiar with tamarind. I think your traditional kind of pad thai uses tamarind and hoisin and like coconut sugar. But yeah. Hoisin's a good sauce. We're just gonna put it, like I said, a little bit. I got a new bottle because my bottle I have is almost out, but I don't even know if we'll finish off that old bottle first. So, like I said, we chop each clove separately, and then I just run the knife through it until, you know, nothing too big. Like 1/8 of an inch is even pretty big, so just really trying to mince it up as finely as we can, while also keeping our sanity for those of us who had it to begin with. It's just not me, but you know, as is life. Right, Jess?
Yes.
Another pro tip with garlic, when you're cutting garlic, it gets really sticky. So if you keep your hand wet, it doesn't stick hardly at all. So that's just, for the amount of garlic I've cut in my life, I'm maybe a pro at it. Not 100% sure, but I've probably cut more garlic than anything else besides cheese. Another pro tip with this sauce that I'm making for dipping spring rolls in, it is also an excellent like peanut stir fry sauce. So you know, when I was chopping, you may see here, I kept some of the not so straight ends of the peppers. And this is kind of back to one of my cooking philosophies, but yes, I'm cooking for a meal in the moment. Obviously, mindfulness is really important. And as I'm cooking right now, I'm also thinking about how I can use some of this stuff. I'm gonna make some extra so that I can be set up to have good, healthy meals in the near future as well. So, for example, I'm gonna cook most of, if not all of the rice noodles, because rice noodles keep really well, like in a plastic bag or in a container, and then I can just pull those out and add them to a stir fry without having to use the time to boil all the water. In the long run, you're gonna save a lot of dishes. You're gonna save a lot of time, which you can spend doing other things, like watching more of my videos. All right, that garlic looks nice and minced. Looks really good, actually. Just take a spoonful and eat it. Just kidding. Don't do that. No. All right, so we got our bowl, and yeah, again, if you haven't seen my show before, you're gonna learn very quickly how I measure things. So we're gonna put this much garlic in. If you also watch my show, you know I always put garlic in first because it's that awesome of an ingredient that it deserves to go into whatever recipe that you're cooking first. Give them the thumbs up here, there. Okay, I'm good. She said I'm good. I'm good. All right. Let's see. Next, we are going to add a little bit of hoisin sauce. We're gonna take a quick pause because I gotta put the noodles in. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Still going?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We got a pot of boiling water. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in here. We are going to take the rice noodles aforementioned. I get this brand because they're like either 99 cents or $1.19 at Cub Foods. Yeah. California Prop 65 warning. Maybe get a different brand next time. We're just gonna cheat. There we go. Makes life a little easier. All right. And then I like to break them in half because we don't. Oh, we're gonna get the chicken going too. If you leave them as long as they currently are, putting them in the spring rolls might not be the easiest thing to do. Rice noodles cook pretty quickly as well, like 5 minutes boiling, if that. I like to leave them slightly al dente for rice noodles, just a little added crunch. That being said, there's already a lot of crunchy ingredients in there, so that's just my preference. I think that's enough for this pot. We'll save some for next time, put it in the pantry. All right, and then we just gotta stir them here and there. Use the old wooden spoon. I'm also thinking I should probably get this chicken going. I'm all about efficiency in the kitchen. I basically pride myself on that. Right now, this big boy looks pretty solid. Okay, let me get that going here. And then for the chicken, we might just do a little olive oil in the pan. Gotta keep an eye on this. Because I'm not gonna be watching this, I'm gonna finish up that sauce and get the chicken going. I'm gonna turn this down to about half heat. I just don't want the bubbles to overflow. All right, come on back over this way. Hey, I'm making chicken. Welcome to my show. I make chicken on my show. It's my show, chicken. We make chicken on this show. Put the chicken in the spring roll because it's my show. Thanks for coming to my show. Yeah, we're gonna add hoisin sauce. This is for we're gonna add about that much. That's plenty. Again, similar with any other sauce that you're making, the peanut butter is gonna be the fat and the lipid in here. So we are going to add that last. I'm gonna add a little bit of honey. And I'm gonna add some soy sauce. This isn't technically soy sauce, but close enough. Got a lime. If you've never cut a lime before for juicing it, cut it across the equator, horizontal. And when we post the video, we'll post relative measurements, but when I cook, I don't do measurements. It's just not who I am and not who I want to be. Juice from one lime. All right, and then we're gonna add cayenne pepper, hence the spicy part. Whoa, whoa there, bud. Whoa there, bud. This is gonna be spicy. And then we're gonna add some ginger powder. At least I'm gonna try and add ginger powder. That's enough of that. And some fresh cracked pepper. Hear that chicken in the background? What came first, chicken or the egg?
Chicken.
Straining the noodles. Jess, action shot. All right, I'm running the noodles under cold water. And then going to kind of rinse the pan half-assed here. Get all the noodles in there. I'm going to fill the pan with a little bit of cool water. And I'm going to put the noodles back in there until we're ready to make spring rolls. Back to the sauce. We're going to mix up our preliminary ingredients, which is essentially everything except for the peanut butter. Doesn't look great right now. It's like garlic floating in a pool of fun. But trust me, it's delicioso. That honey is perfect. I used to make this with fresh ginger, and I still do sometimes, but I just like powdered ginger. It's such an easier thing to work with. We're gonna add this much peanut butter to start. That looks tasty, if I say so myself. It's pretty good, honestly, as it is. I'm a PB fiend though, so I'm gonna add some more of this dough. Dig it? Good? Yes?
Really good.
Yeah,
really good.
It doesn't, I mean, it's so simple. And, you know, from a micro and macronutrient standpoint for a sauce, I mean, there's a little bit of sugar in the hoisin sauce, there's some sugar in the honey, but versus buying like a pre-made peanut sauce that has more sugar and honestly doesn't taste as good, this is pretty good. Looks like Jess likes it. What do you think? Aye, Captain? I am gonna add a little bit of water just because it's pretty thick. Just a little bit. Jess says no. Again, we have to remember who's cooking. It's my show. There we go. That looks wonderful. It's the exact color I'm looking for, which is that of peanut butter. All right, heavy on the garlic. That is bomb.com. All right, peanut sauce is ready. Chicken's cooking down. We got carrot for the dogs. And honestly, like this is such an easy meal. Like, I will say the prep, cutting all the veggies takes the longest, obviously, but besides that, it's a very simple thing. And if you can prep the prep per se, like pre-cut the veggies, it's actually pretty quick to put together, especially because the noodles cook fast. These are the rice paper. This is the rice paper. It's really simple. It's rice flour, tapioca flour, salt and water. Pretty simple. And we will get a video of me rolling some of these once the chicken is all done. So while the chicken is still cooking, we can make some veggie ones. We're going to use avocado. See if this avocado is ripe. See if my $2 is well spent. Yeah, I don't know. Feels very hard. Classic. You think it'd be ripe? I picked it from my avocado bush outside. Well, we're gonna make the best of this. All right. Ready for some spring roll rolling? Big and fun. This pot is no longer hot on the bottom, so we can put it here. All right. Gonna move the sauce for right now. So if you want to pan over by the sink quick, I can show you. So this is the spring roll wrapper. It's delicate, yet somewhat firm. So if you watch over here by the sink, I'm going to turn on just like warm water, not hot, not cool, pretty average. And then I'm going to preface this by telling my girlfriend that we're going to turn the camera back to the cutting board after I get this damp. She says thank you, even though you can't hear it. All right, so this is pretty damp. And it gets softer and more malleable as it gets more damp. So shake it out a little bit and put it on the cutting board here. And then here's how I do it. Basil and spinach are the greens I use. Basil is fantastic in spring rolls. I'm going to put a couple little pieces of basil down first, like so. You can really put it whatever order. This is just what I've found works best for me. Then we're going to put a little bit of spinach. You can already see this rice paper drooping over too. It gets so malleable. Then I'm going to put some of the noodles in there. I'm going to put peppers and carrots. Nice little spread of colors there. Eat the rainbow, be the rainbow. Hell yeah. And then, oh, I should have put the avocado down first. But we're just going to go like that. It'll be all good. It'll all still get in there. Then we're going to do the old tuck and roll. Tuck, roll it up, close up end one, boom, boom, close up the other end. And just like that, you got yourself a nice little spring roll. Isn't that great? Looks good. You can see the avocado in there. Yeah, I love making these for parties. We're gonna give it a little cut. I'm gonna dip it in the sauce. That's awesome. So good. So good. Wow. It's so good. That's pretty much it. Again, chicken's still cooking, so once that's done, I'll cut it up, let it cool a little bit. It's a really fun like party snack. You know, you could honestly have a party around making these with sushi. We've done it before. And very interactive, and you know the best part of the beauty of it is you can pick whatever you want to put in it, you know. Well, thank you, my friends, for tuning in to another episode of my show. Next time on my show, it'll be my show, and we'll do things on my show. In the meantime, if you like what you see here, Please like and subscribe and follow. Until next time, adios from my show.